Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skylines, where today we're going to be finally taking a look at getting one of many nature reserves set up within the region. We're going to use them basically as little camping zones which overlook various points as we go over the mountains in certain areas and get them to overlook cities and just add more leisure to the area as we try and boost the residential, the commercial, the industrial demands and the ability for them to upgrade so we just get even more people moving in. Now guys, last episode we built the university. There was a bit of an issue with the kind of American football stand. It's kind of seemed to fix itself, which is really weird when I've loaded the game back up. I have no idea what's going down, but as always guys, if you do enjoy this episode, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. My golf course has disappeared right there. How dare you? How dare you right now? So this is where we got set up last episode. And I think just reloading the game has seemed to have fixed the ability, well, the sport thing that wasn't connected. They've played one match, they've won one match. So maybe at some point we might see them verse the Los Wages University. That will be kind of fun to see that kind of happen right now. But it's in. Beautiful trade school, doing wonders for us right now. Couldn't be any more happy with how it's kind of turned out. So today we're going to rock and roll then. So nature reserves. We have the Los Wages sign up here. And I think it would be a good idea to get people actually having the ability to approach and visit and see this sign as it overlooks Los Wages. So I'm thinking this huge mountain kind of region just here, we try and create some trails up here and build our little nature reserve where people can camp. They can just chill out. They can go for long walks and all that kind of good stuff. And I feel like it would be a nice little addition between Tumbleweed and Los Wages itself. How I'm going to connect them, whether I'm going to do like straight paths so someone could walk, for example, from Tumbleweed over to Los Wages. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting. Now, to give them the ability to first drive here, if they just want to visit the park itself, I've looked at many little spots and where I could create a little drive up. Also, you got to remember, it's more of a sheer drop on this side, so probably this side of the mountain's out of the question. It's more slopey around here. And then I kind of thought to myself, you know this little bus lane that drives through? What if the end of this road here came out and then kind of started to wiggle slowly up the mountain? And then maybe here, this is probably the flattest little area we can work with. This is where we create like a little miniature car park and the entrance point. And then we kind of build our trails going all the way up. And then we'll just see what happens. We don't really have a plan. We'll just see what comes from it, basically. So if I go to the terrain, and if I first up my brush size and just kind of bulk this out a bit. So if I bulk it out just around here, right, and we'll kind of smoothen it all out. So I've got a little bit more of a flatter surface to kind of work with. There we go. A little bit more flat. Sort that side out there. So that's where I can build on top then, my entry point. So with this then, if I actually quickly just build a generic layout, we use the one with the trees right now. So say the entry point comes in, then come on into here. Let's say it comes up. Actually, let's say it comes up like this diagonal. And then what I can do, or at least what I can try and do then, is somewhat create like a simple rectangle to begin with. And that's where we're going to build the entrance point. So if that's the case then, if I kind of delete this and I choose smack bang in the middle and we come out by 5. Let's say about there. And then that's where the bend's going to wiggle all the way down. So, I don't know how... I mean, it seems quite weird that they're going to have to drive through the industrial area. But I don't have many options in general. So if I come out by 10 here, maybe I can slowly change this to like a little bit of a cleaner, eco-friendly industrial area, maybe. So this is where the fun's now going to happen. So I need to try and wiggle it as much as possible. Because the more I wiggle it all the way around, the more the slope is going to work for us. So the longer the road, the more the elevation can literally change. Alright, really, I mean, it's going to look really weird to begin with. Should I anarchy this? Yeah. It's probably best that I anarchy quite a bit of it. So it's very long. It looks very, very long-winded. It looks very, very long-winded, this. But this will be a great... It's like Lombard Street in San Francisco. Like, just a fatter, wider version. But if I sort this out right now with the elevation, the alignments, it could work out well. It could be completely shocking. So if I go from there, let's say, how far can I take this? How far will it allow me to take it is the question. To there, to there. There. Right, if I took it to there and then press enter. Right, that then defines where there's just a gradual slope going all the way up. It looks really weird from the out of the mountainous, all kind of changes. But if we kind of now smoothing all that out, that's a gradual incline. There'll be no stress on anybody's vehicles. It just feels like forever and a day taken to get up there right now. But it looks pretty good. It does actually look pretty good. So if we kind of smooth some of it out. Now, some of it we won't be able to smooth out. It's just that's how, because the road is so close to some of the edges, that's just kind of how it literally works. But if we fill some of these gaps up right now, try and do our best to kind of somewhat pump this all out. So, like, for example, here, I'll bulk it out a bit more, maybe. Oh, undo that one. And push that a little bit further back so the drop is not so harsh and so close to the edge. There we go. And we'll bring that a little bit closer in now because we don't need that drop as much. So a bit funky, but that's part of the fun of driving up here, right? You're driving down the cliff edges. It feels like you are going to fall off the road as you're kind of coming down, or even look as you're driving up, you're like, damn, look at these cliffs right now as we're driving up and around them. Oh, it looks good, doesn't it? It does look good. I like it. So, we then need to build, well, basically our little entrance point, don't we? So let's first build the car park then, because the car park is basically going to define how the rest of this now goes. So I'm thinking we just kind of, if I come up there, which gives us a 4 wide gap, and if I do the same here, which gives us a 4 wide gap, and if I delete all this and come out of it again, so that'll be a 6 to give us a 4 wide gap. And then these intersections here is what I use to create the car park. So how wide should I go? Is that too wide? I mean, they've got to be backing on one another, haven't they? That'll do. That will do right there. 2 nice, beautiful car parks. Put some trees gaping through the middle. It'll look good. Well, I'm kind of hoping it'll look good. Right, how do I... Oh, no, I've clicked too many. There we go. Right, can I get out of this, please? I forgot what the button is to kind of get out of it. There we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. There we go. And then here in the very end, what can be squeezed in? So I'm able to do one of these. And then should we go for like the disabled car parking? And then the EV. Nice. Now try and replicate this over here. Right, what was the button? It's Control X. Needs to get rid. Right, fill all that up there. Disabled, either side. EV in the middle. There we go. We've got our car parking situation all down. So, this might be a hotspot. I might actually see a lot of traffic around here. I might even change this to be a different kind of industry altogether. Try and make it more of an eco-friendly district or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go down, but we'll kind of see. So, the nature reserve side of it then. That's a zoo. Nature reserve. We are going to get the normal gate, which I'll put kind of in the middle there-ish. It is kind of in the middle. And then we will zone or paint the rest of this area. So what I need you guys to do right now in the comment section is give me some name suggestions to what we could potentially call this brand new nature reserve. Now I'm going to go a little bit OTT with the zoning of it, because I don't know where I'm going to end up with putting it all down. Do I call it more... I mean, do I name it more towards Tumbleweed? Do I name it more towards Lost Wages? Does it have its own name? You know what I mean? I don't know which way to kind of take it. But there we go. Nice and big, because you just never know what we're going to do. It's called the Oriental Trail at the minute. That's kind of cool. So yeah. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So now and then it's about creating the trails. So back into here. Get the one with the lights up right now. And then just kind of, you know, gradually bring it up and out. So I'll do the same thing I've done before, like with the road. We'll kind of bring it all the way up. And then we'll align it so you can go in different directions. So we'll create like a little outer loop, and then we'll bring it in. There we go. I'm going to ring this right around. Well, I'm going to have to do a lot of alignment, we are. Like a serious amount of alignment to get this all looking how we kind of low-key want it. Now, I think what's good about the sign is it doesn't really need any like services or demands on that kind of front. So we can kind of get away with a lot around there. So going up to there, that's going up to there. We'll kind of create something that kind of bows down slightly here. That goes along the cliff edge, so, you know, you feel like, wow, you know, something's going up down right now. So a couple of little loops going around. They'll be all at different heights and stuff like that anyway. So, right, we've got a couple of little trails now on the go, which is going to be interesting. I'll create one more just here. Because we've got to create little camping grounds as well. Which is where we'll have them like here. And I'll do one here as well. Like that. And I'll do another one here. Like that. So... a good couple of stuff's going on right now. I don't think I'm going to use them to kind of be walkways going through. Just kind of keep them as they are. A dead center, and just let people enjoy it this way. Oh, I could do like a chair. Oh, I could do a chairlift coming from like down here. What a tourist attraction to get up there right now. Will I do a chairlift going down to Tumbleweed? Or is it more of a Lost Wages type of kind of style thing? Maybe. That does seem kind of cool though, doesn't it? It kind of does. Yo, that would be kind of dope. Right, anyway. I'm getting too carried away, boys. Right, this is where it's now going to change probably the majority of the mountainside right now. So if I pull out my set slope mode, and we go from there to here. So we'll do it in stages, not to kind of do like a mad run of stuff. So from there to there, I can go a bit further now, can't I? Yeah, to there. Just sets our slope nicely. There. To there. It's a bit better. And then we'll smooth it all off anyway. So going from there to here where the road kind of starts. You were green a second ago. Don't do this to me. Well, that actually dips down quite a bit. So then from here to there, we'll add it in. Now this is going to be a bit different. So we'll kind of do this in 2 stages. And then from there up to that connection. So I didn't really change much. Now from here to there. Wow. Do I keep it like that? That's kind of cool, isn't it? That is kind of cool. Unless I took it all the way over there. What an overhang and drop that would be. That's kind of dope. I do like that. It means I'd have to kind of raise all of this up. But that'll be part of the fun, right? Yeah. There's no point me doing how I'm doing it right now. So down to there. That's more gradual. From there up to here. From there to there. And then from there to here. Nice. Right, cool. Okay. We're creating some sheer drops and some it's going to look really good when we kind of sort out all the slope inside of it right now. So let's start with this then. Because this is going to be the most mental one. Now, granted, that in the middle is a bit funky. If I push this out first, that's going to look really cool as well with the changes of elevation on this path leading up as well. So, smoothing all this up for a second. Right, if I quickly just select the path in the middle, and if I then just align it to the object height of, let's just say here. So then I could smooth this off. And it kind of feels like it's all together. Oh, what an edge that is. Right, I did the same around here then. So it's all about smoothing it off. Coming down from the bottom as well. And this is going to have the same problem here as well. Now, we're going to have to select these. Align to object. Oh, they dip down. Oh, they dip down a bit, don't they? Alright, if I align them, for example, to here. So it all slopes down to that little section. Now, what would be cool is if I can pump this out a bit. This outer ring. So bring all this back in. But then smooth it from the bottom. So it's a gradual drop rather than a harsh drop. Alright, we'll go with that. Keep going down here then. Smooth all this out. Well, I'm liking how it's creating those edges around there too. Right, this is good. This is good stuff. I'm enjoying it. I'm intrigued, boys. I'm intrigued. So that's got a lot of sticky out bits. As we start adding stuff to it, it's going to completely change it. I feel like what we should also do as well is select these 3 points here. And this point and this point. Raise this up, right? Then deselect these 2. Then raise them up, right? And then smoothen off as much as we can. So if I did that, like I said, smoothen off as much as I can. So that is a little bit higher than everywhere else. And then if I use this mode, so there to there to there to there. So it all kind of comes together slightly. And as we add the camping around it, it's a little bit higher as we add it all in to the bottom section. I mean, it all kind of slightly drops down anyway, which is kind of cool. So you get a good view of the city, basically. This is actually pretty good. Now, is anybody coming here yet? I don't think anybody... Oh, no, actually, people are already on their way. Considering it's only walking, but I suppose they can visit the signs. So there's something within it for them. Yeah, we've had 25 visitors already. But let's actually add some stuff in for them. So let's start with the camping side of things first. So we'll build our first little campsite. Do you know what? Up here. So we'll add a nice little campfire in there. We got another little campfire site just there. We start to add like a bunch of tents in here and there and everywhere. Do some of the smaller ones too. Let's add in as many as we can. And we got the larger tents to add in. Everyone's sleeping on the trails, boys. Everyone's sleeping on the trails. And then can we get the viewing deck towards the very end? Just there. And there's like another variation of it as well. And then that one just there. So nice little viewing decks at the end of the campsite. So as you're looking at the end right now, you've got some good views of all the mountain regions. It's pretty nice, isn't it? We'll put some like down lower as well. It's a nice little setup, isn't it? I think it really is. So we'll also, what else can we get in? There's campfire sites. So these are like the smaller variations of it. We have like the larger ones, like the the huge camping site in general. That'd probably be better for like something a little bit lower down, maybe like here. We got the hunting cabins. We can drop a couple down as well. There's a couple of variations of hunting cabins. We kind of create this as a little hunting area. But then we have the huge lookout towers, which would be kind of dope to drop a couple of them in. That'll be good for the hunting. It's hunting season, boy. Not too bad. We'll do another set of camping just here then. So we've got these lean-to showers as well. We might utilise a couple of these. There we go. So I'm placing loads in because I just want to bulk up the area as much as possible to make sure we do get the 5 stars. So we got some tent stuff down here. We'll drop a load of tent stuff down anyway. So I'm going through the various different options that we've got for tent sizes. And it all comes together. We've got to put some trees and stuff up here too. Give it more of an edge. Right, there's more people slowly coming up anyway. So we'll do the last camping area just here then. And then we'll slowly progress going around. With, gonna turn that. Bam. Was there space over here? Oh no, where is it? Where is it? Oh, down here. To do a couple of these. One just there. And I'll change it to this big boy. Just there. I'm liking them little lookout posts. They are pretty good, aren't they? Do you know what? It doesn't actually work here, does it? It's too low. It's too low. Look at this right now. Look at this dirt trail with the stones and stuff. Damn. Reminds me of playing Red Dead Redemption for some reason. It really does. So, we'll get now a couple of camping sites. There we go. We'll get down a couple of fire pits just facing one another. And we'll get a couple of tents leading up to it. There we go. Nice little camp section there. And then we need to, between all the variations of it right now, is then slowly start to add in more of the scenery. So we've got the fishing cabin, but we don't really technically have anything to kind of fish with. So I don't know if we really include like a water source or whatnot. But add a couple of these little boulders right now that people can enjoy on their walkabouts and whatnot. Add another one just there. Hunter cabins, we can have them like every so often. Place a couple down. There we go. But then also those kind of lookout sections right now. You kind of got to be a bit careful where you place them down because you do need the space. But if I can get a few dotted around, then that would be glorious. Oh, it might be a bit too high up here unless I can squeeze one in somewhere. It is very high up here. I'll get one there. Looking in that direction. You gotta remember, it's not just looking at the city. It's also about looking at the mountain ranges and whatnot. One just there. And there's room for one there. And I think that's probably as much as I will kind of throw in for now. Yeah, that's as much as I'll kind of throw in for now. So, water sources then. That is a sheer drop, isn't it? Damn, we carved that in the mountain. Would I place water down here? Where would the water trickle down to, is the question. Many ideas right now. I'm actually going to drop this little section. I'm going to bring this kind of dramatically down. And then select you to there. Just so it's not like a complete plateau area. There's a bit more character within that kind of top section. So yeah, would we have a water source up here? I mean, it will have to trickle down the mountain. I don't know where it would kind of go. Maybe, you know, falling down as a nice little waterfall. But it would kind of end up in an area where we don't really want it to. Basically, it's a shame we can't get it connected to this. Could we build a small little stream that runs through this area? I don't know, because we've got a sunken highway as well. Maybe it comes down this way and we kind of like create our own little canal that pushes all the way through. Again, I don't know. It's a tough one. But we do need to get some trees down anyway. So I need to get a new brush. Toggle trees panel. Yes, we need that. Is there a section where I can kind of deselect what's kind of selected? Because I've got trees on this that I don't want in this area. We'll add a couple of cactuses in. And whatnot. Got a couple of palm trees down. Palm plants and palm trees. Oh, damn. Right, let me change the density on the cactuses. Bring the strength down in general. Haven't really done many cactusy areas, have we? And I don't know how I feel about going... I wouldn't say OTT. But it's the nature park. They take care of this. Don't they? They take care of it. Alright, bring that strength right down. There's so many cars making their way up as well. Right, and then we kind of want it to the trees to run down the trail. Or run down the kind of hill range. Anyway, so... yeah, you gotta make it look like it's all part of it. No matter what. But not so much on the hill range. Yeah. I mean, I can kind of go with it. I mean, it looks really mental from a distance shot out. But that's just how it is, unfortunately. That's just kind of how it has to be. We'll get a couple of big rock features in now. I like these ones because you create these little kind of coves. These overhangs and whatnot. And oh, I love these ones too. Kind of looks like you're creating like a huge sunken hole in the area. I can place this down here as if it was like used to be part of the rock formation that dropped down before we carved the path directly through it. And then where we kind of have the end of that path there could borderline kind of almost be like the camping at the entrance of the cave. I could do that here too. Looks like the camping at the entrance of the cave, boys. There's something like that kind of stick out a bit too much. I actually kind of like these. Do they go well? I mean, it's the nature reserve, isn't it? You know, it's the formations of all these rocks is what kind of also draws the people to the region. It's the amazing rock formations. You know what I mean? I kind of weirdly, I kind of like it. We've got these huge, like, totem pole things. Stick it up. I got a couple more in. And just some large rock in general. So it just adds a little bit more to the area, doesn't it? Just a little bit more. Look at these sticky up bits. It's a seventh wonder of the world, basically. So you don't realise the elevation change unless you swoop over it like this. You realise, damn, it does drop down. I mean, you're going to get a good little workout walking up these hills, aren't you? You're going to get a serious workout right now. Problem is, all these cars leading up can't get in quick enough. Now, what's your problem? Who are you waiting for here? Like, seriously, who are you waiting for? If I have no crossing there, they'll then come to here. So allow them to completely flow in, is what I'm trying to say. So they're pretty much going to drive up, stop here, and get out. That's probably what they're going to do, but at least we've got now some solid movement. At least we now got some solid movement. Rather than just stopping for days. So that'll take a while to clear that backlog. But people are slowly coming in anyway, walking up the hill. They're like, damn, welcome to the jungle. Oh, we got fun and games. See, when you're like down at this kind of level, it looks kind of dope, doesn't it? Oh, damn, what a place to be. What a place to be right now. You're like, damn, look at Las Wages, look at the view. And then you're like, oh my goodness me, we go even higher. And then you're like, oh my, there's a huge hole here. And you're climbing, and you're climbing, and you're climbing, and you're climbing. You're like, damn, we'd still go even higher right now. There's tumbleweed. Ooh, damn. And then you can go this way to go even higher right now. Is this the highest point over here? And then you can, like, stand up here and look out to the world, even though it's all blurry. Where's the Fool's Wages sign? People are coming over here right now to look at it too. We're getting visitors, actual visitors on the way. There's a car. Someone came up here, drove, and then drove back and then walked. That is ultimate laziness right now. That is ultimate laziness. So the slivery little snake is slowly making its way up here. We need to get rid of the cactuses right now. Go full up on the density. Get lots of trees around here. Get them around the car park in general, which would be nice. And that little strip there, that kind of always annoys me, how you can't squeeze it in. But bring that right down. Try and stop me, game. Try and stop me right now. You can't stop me. I do too much. I do too much. So we've got the entertainment values to kind of pump this up through the levels. We just kind of slowly need the visitors. Now, we won't get as many visitors that quickly because they're all slowly coming up the hill. But they'll come in as time goes on. It's kind of annoying how they do that. Can I set that road for like no parking? I mean, they won't park there anyway, or no stopping. Vehicle restrictions, speed limits. No, I want to clear traffic. Unless I pulled these in this way. Where would they go then? I'm just interested to see where would they approach it. Would they just come round and then still stop at the same point, basically? Is that what they would do? Yeah. They still stop at the same point, but at least they're getting more and more people coming through right now. But the tailback is only over to here anyway. It was a little bit further down. So it will eventually disappear, don't get me wrong. And I'm hoping at some point they use the car park. You know what I mean? So foolish. But what do you reckon, guys? The chair lifts? Cable car kind of systems? You know what I mean? Get it up to here? Would be interesting. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, as well as a name for this new park. But until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.